Morning everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we'll be going over the charts, but we're looking at Bitcoin especially. Obviously Bitcoin has fallen. Yesterday I took a day off yesterday. Well, I didn't take a day off, I was helping my son lay flown. But I didn't look at the markets at all yesterday until I came in late last night, about 9 o'clock or something, and seeing it falling big time. And so we'll be looking at that as well. Where can Bitcoin go? And how high can it go as well? We'll be asking a contrarian question, how high can Bitcoin go? And we're looking at future price of Bitcoin, looking over some news stories as well. Any charts you want me to look at, just let me know in the comments just now. If you're watching just now, leave a comment just now just to let me know you're in and watching, and that would be good. And like this video as well. If you like these videos, just hit the like button just now, just in case you forget on the way out. Okay, I'm just going to see if we're live or not, just make sure everything is up and running. Okay, we are indeed. Okay, I'll just dive over to the chat area, and we have Daniel Wilson is in the house. If he was dying for a chat, he was on about an hour ago. Dennis van der Hayden is in. Chris Camus joined us. Tony Fernandez Young is back with us. Andreas, Daniel Wilson is in. Mac Pawn is in. G Slick is in. Justin Churchill has joined us as well. So welcome everybody to the channel. Bitcoin has fallen big time, we can see that just now, but we'll go over the overall markets just now, see what the hell's happening, see what is going on around the cryptosphere just now. It's actually went up a wee bit. Well, I don't see the Bitcoin price has gone up, but market capitalization has jumped up to 228 billion. Sorry, it was down to 224 billion. But it seems to be back up again. I don't know how that is. It's saying Bitcoin is 8,342. That doesn't seem right. Bitcoin dominance 66.1%, so that's going up as well. People are getting into Bitcoin just now, and it says 8,342, unless that's changed over the last couple of minutes. Okay, we'll see who the winners and losers are. MMO coin, just ignore that completely, I would say. It's only 6,500 volume, it's up 676%, jumped into top 100, so I'm going to ignore that just now. Fusion is up 39%, a big jump up. Altcoin 6.89%, Lisk, Silverweight, ABBC all up, but we've got about 10% in the green. We've got stable coins there in the green as well, but we're not counting them. So we've got about 10% in the green, 90% in the red as of just now. Educare is down 11%. IXEC RLC might be a good opportunity to buy some of that. I think that's going to go up in the future big time. 10.71%, that's down. Steam is down as well, like that for the future as well. Aurora Coin down 10% as well. So a lot of these coins are going down just now in dollar value. Let's look at BTC value. Satoshi value, see what difference that makes, what percentage, more or less the same. So it's more of the same for that as well, and I think it'll be the same. Yeah, that's the Satoshi value. So nothing much changed there. Okay, we'll look at overall cryptocurrencies listed on CoinMarketCap. Got 4,836. Game credits has gone up by 254%, I believe. An American investment company, not an investment company, an American collective of people are buying over game credits, so that's why that's gone up, I believe. 5.5 million at the moment. Don't know if it's a pump and dump, don't think it will be. We'll just go to game credits, see if it's gone down just now. Yobit is not currently on the correct chain of game credits. For more information, alright, okay. So it's up 175% at the moment. We'll just look on the daily. And just see what's happening. It did go up to 7.8 million market cap. It's down again. So yeah, I believe that's why game credits has jumped up so much. Duo Network is up 79.97%. Fusion was seeing 61.6%. Zeus Coin 51%. AlphaCat, Papex, Block1 all in the kind of 40s, not by that much. Usually got a couple over the hundreds. We'll look at the 7 day, see who's jumped up over the last 7 days. Fusion 393% for Fusion. Game credits 367. Ad token 295. B91 294, BAB 265. That's still going up just now, which is, it's doing brilliant at the moment. Market cap has gone from about 3 million to about 9.6 million, so it's still going up just now. PEOS is up 196%. Silent Notary, one of the past that we used to look at, it's only 405,000 market cap, but that's gone up 191% over the last 7 days. Not by much volume, to be honest. Cortex up 105%. Thorchain has gone up 95% as well. We looked at that when it was about 3 million, so it jumped up about 100 and odd percent as well. Ampleforth is still going up as well. We looked at that when it was about 500,000. So there's a few. This is why we look for some hidden gems in here. This is why we look at this, and I'm looking at a few hidden gems just now. One of them, I've not been able to get the funds to invest in it, but I'm going to report on it and give it to you anyway. I'm writing a report on it just now, and that's Sharing. So I'll show you that just now. You can't see it on CoinMarketCap at the moment, but it's around about 6 million market capitalization just now. And basically what it's looking to do is, we've got the sharing economy, we know about Airbnb, we know about the likes of the car sharing that you can do as well and make money from. This is going to be sharing for everything. So it's like car sharing, it's going to be house sharing, it's going to be holiday lets, it's going to be everything that you can share, bike sharing, anything at all, but it's all going to be in one place using one app as well. I think it's a really good idea. I think it's a really good concept. I think it's a really good use case. They've got things coming out that nobody else is kind of using just now as well, like EVOAs as well. Well, somebody else is using that. I think they're only one of two companies that the government are using just now. The Thailand government are allowing just now to use. But I'm doing more research on that. But this is it here just now. It's at 36 Satoshi to buy if you want to buy it. 33 and 36. Say around about 34, 6 million market capitalization. Think it could be big. I've been trying to get the team to pay me to do kind of research for them and do videos for them and reports for them, but they've no money for kind of influencer. But I want to give it to you anyway. This is one of the reports I'm going to be doing, and I want to share it with you anyway. And I'll share the report and I'll do a dedicated video for you anyway. Even though I can't invest in it just now and I'm pissed off. Because Mark was telling me about it way before this when it was down round about 15, 16 Satoshi, and it could have been up, but I think this could go up quite easily to, well, 50 is your next level for this. We just look at this just now. I don't know if you've heard of Sharing. I don't think I've spoke about it before. I think I did a couple of times, but just in passing. But if we're looking at the TA point of view, we're looking at a cup and handle kind of formation coming up there at around about 50. Once it gets up to 50, it'll probably come back down and then go up again, probably to 76, and then we're talking up to the 114 all-time high. And I expect that the volume is good. You can see the volume down there at the bottom. Volume is good there as well. So I'm liking the look of Sharing just now, and I like what they're doing. They've got loads of announcements coming out as well. So big one for Sharing, and thanks to all the guys for joining the channel as well. Everybody in the channel has joined the CYT-Crypto channel. There's a few kind of Sharing guys in there. And thanks to Mark as well, big kudos to Mark for kind of letting me in on this as well, or telling me about this Sharing, and me doing the research after that. I thought, oh, this could be a juicy one. It could be a really juicy one. So I just wanted to tell you that, even though I can't invest in it myself, I'm pissed off, but there you go. I still think it's a good one. There's a couple of others I'm looking at as well. Band Protocol might be a good one as well. If you look at Band Protocol on Binance, but to do more research on that, so I'm not going to release that just now. But definitely have a look out for Sharing and look at what they're doing. I think you'll really like this as well. Okay, we'll go to Cryptobubbles. This is over the last hour. Energy going down 11%. It says we're mostly in the green there over the last hour, so that's a kind of change. We'll just look at the 24 hours. You can see big marked difference. So it was all red over the last 24 hours, but over the last hour, which could be an indication that we're going back up again, we'll see. This is obviously because of the Bitcoin price. If the Bitcoin price goes up in dollar value, obviously the alts are going to go up in dollar value as well. But some of them are obviously going to go up in Satoshi value, which means it was a double bubble for increasing the price of it in dollar value. Okay, so nothing much really kind of happening there. Right, Fear and Greed Index. We're veering towards not extreme fear, but we're going down towards that kind of area, this kind of danger zone here. And for me, that's a good sign. Because when people get there, this is the time to buy around about here. And we've seen it's reached about 5, a score of 5. This is kind of really sentiment analysis. It's what they're doing. Multifactorial crypto market sentiment analysis is what they're doing here. So once it gets down to this level, maybe 9, 10-ish, I think that's the time to look at the markets again and see where the buying opportunities are. When people are really fearful, that's when you start kind of looking again. So 32 score, that's quite low. And we'll look at sentiment again. This is the TIE.io. Bitcoin is down to 40 for the sentiment score. Ethereum down to 43.13. XRP around about 41. Bitcoin Cash, don't really bother about them. Binance down to 32. Surprised at that. Litecoin down to 37. We'll just look at the coins overall. And check out the high sentiment scores. Wabi we spoke about before, and I recommended that 1600 for the premium group members, and it is on its way up to, I said it would go up 100%. It's nearly there, it's about 80% up from 1600, so I said it would go up to about 3200, possibly 3500, so it's getting there again despite Bitcoin falling, so that's good for Wabi. XZC, Zcoin, 92.09, but the relative trading volume is not that high, but it's higher. It's higher than it has been. What else is up? Neblio. So where is Neblio? Market cap 6.9 million. It's down 3.84% just now, but this could be an indication that this is about to go up for Neblio. So we can take a look at that later on. MFT 87. 232% relative trading volume. Neblio is one to watch, 595% up on trading volume. Sentiment is high, but the price is down. So this is kind of an ideal scenario for looking at this. In fact, we're going to look at it just now. And that's something else I was going to show you. Neblio, so what's happening here? There's a volume. Volume. The volume's not that high. Thought it would have been higher. So I don't know if this is correct. I hope this information is correct. Reported volume 633,000. The TIE volume 399. Okay, we'll still look at it. Still worth looking at. This is what we're doing kind of research for. So really the ideal scenario would be a price that's going down, but sentiment is high and the volume is high here as well. That's the ideal scenario. GX chain is another one. That's kind of similar situation. Game credits jumped up there, up 177%. And the relative trading volume is up 5,000%. I don't know, obviously we know the news story there that's been bought over. What else? MakerDAO has gone up. Relative volume's not changed that much. Dragon Chain down 10%. High in sentiment and high on relative trading volume. Same with Theta token as well. Okay, we'll jump back to chat. See what's going on. Paul Doherty is in. Welcome to you. Good to see you. Sokchia Engov is in the house. Mike D, one of our brown admins, is in. Marcus Jafari has joined us. Crypto Dread, Jason Claydon. Nice to see you back, Jason. Haven't seen you in a while, mate. Ross Davidson is in. Mad Maximus is in from Australia. Ross Davidson, Bab has gone up. Any reason why? I thought it was dead. Well, I think because of bringing out the app very soon, it looks as if Bab has gone up. Because of bringing out the app. I don't know if there's any more news underlying. It seems to me that there has to be some news underlying this rise. There has to be. Unless it's the team buying back coins as well, or buying back tokens. There has to be some underlying reason that this is going up so much. It can't just be because of an app. It's an app, for goodness sake, so I don't see why, if that's the only thing, then it's going to go down very quickly if that is the news, but I can't see that being the reason. So I don't know is the honest answer. They've not came out with any more news, I don't think, over the last 24 hours. Okay, so we'll look at what's going on with Binance. Yo-Yo has just jumped up, has come back down, so I don't know if it's a pump and dump just now. For Yo-Yo, that did jump up about nearly 100%. Over there. It crossed over 150. Yeah, it went up nearly 100%, but it's come back down just as quickly, so I don't know why that is, if it is a pump and dump or not. Encash is up. Not a lot, it's up to a couple of Satoshi. MFT is up a couple of Satoshi as well, which makes the figures look huge. When you're saying jumping up 20%, it's not that much, it's a couple of Satoshi. CND is going up 13%. Wabi, we've seen that as well. 2592 it is just now. It has had a high of 2722. Now 2722, so it's getting close to that level of 3,200. I said it was going to get to. Hopefully it's going to get there. Kava's making a move as well. I was looking at that the other day as well for another move up. Thought it would bounce off the 7 EMA. Liska's going up as well. So I was surprised to see that there's so many of the altcoins going up on Binance because of obviously the Bitcoin price kind of going down. But there you go. Like Nebula, we'll just look at Nebula. We're just looking at that in the sentiment. What's the order books like? Order books don't tell you that much, but it's still worth looking at, just for very, very short term. It's looking nothing special about it. It's crossed over in the daily, so it's been dancing with the 50 EMA for a while now, since the beginning of October. It's never really had a crossover since March of 2019. When it was at 30,000 Satoshi and it jumped up to around 45, a 50% increase. So we could see something happen with Nebula. We see the buy orders there. There's no bots in there. Is there bots? And there's a bot there at 19 Satoshi, not 19, but buying 19 of them. So you can easily spot bot activity. So it's looking okay. We'll look at KuCoin just now. See what's going on there. We've got Koti is up 46% on what kind of volume? What volume are we looking at? 17 Bitcoin. So it's not bad. It's not bad volume. So it's coming off its all-time low, which is good. I like those ones. MAP is up as well. That's on good volume as well, on about 80,000 volume, or 10 Bitcoin worth. Track. Oh, I need to get rid of some of these. Cat, KCS, Koti, and we'll just look at MAP. I was just seeing that. Track is the other one I was looking at. Not seen that in a while. Used to be heavily invested into that as well. Not seen it in a while. BPT. So not doing much. There's a lot of them are up on KuCoin, but not kind of big time. And put it back just now, or BAB. 355, they're still going up just now. So this is a sustained rise. So it's not as if it's just a kind of pump and dump. This is a sustained rise from around 30 Satoshi all the way up to 349. You can see it was going sideways there and then just jumping up. The only concern is the liquidity. If we go down here to 263, that's only what, 9 million? 9 million. If we look at the full kind of books to get to 11 million, 20 million. So to say 50 million, if you had about 50 million, you'd have to sell 88 Satoshi. Obviously you wouldn't sell at 88 Satoshi, you wouldn't do that. You just kind of put the orders in bit by bit and just go down. But the liquidity is not really there, although it looks good. It does look good. The liquidity is not really there. So that's KuCoin. Just jump back to chat area quickly. Please take a look at GBT. I'll have a wee look at that as well. If only I hold on my BAB a bit longer. Yeah, I think I'd sold back in February. I think I sold at 9 and 10 Satoshi per BAB. So it's not quite got there, but it's nearly there from where I sold it at. I like Yo-Yo, but the price is always up and down. Very funny. T-Lock Eyes. Hi Steve, still waiting for the castle party. Yeah, the BAB castle party is long gone, mate. I might still have a party, but not the BAB castle party. I just spoke about that last year when we were talking about that. But it's not to be, well, not for me anyway. VR Tezos is highly recommended by Cryptobubbles. I like Tezos as well. Chris Camus, Cote is a good project. Haven't looked into it, so I don't know, but I've been looking at the chart. I've looked at the charts a couple of times over the last month or two. If I become a multimillionaire, I invite everyone from CYT-Crypto for a beach party at the Gold Coast at the beach, all paid for. Excellent. That'd be brilliant, G-Slick. I'll certainly take you up on that, mate. Right, okay, so a couple of charts to look at. We were saying GBT. No, we're going to look at the Bitcoin price first and speak about that. So we'll go BTC, USD, then we'll do the charts after this. Okay, so 8,145 for Bitcoin. Where's it going to go to next? Obviously, we've come out of this falling wedge. This was a bullish scenario, believe it or not. This was bullish, although it's coming down. It's usually a bullish kind of scenario here when we've got falling wedge. Usually about 60% is going to go up, maybe 30-40% is going to come down. It did come down, touched 8,000, which is our next level. So if it breaks 8,000, then where we're looking at from there about 7,400. If it breaks down below the 8,000, 8,000 is a psychological barrier. So it's going to be 7,400. We'll just take a look at VPVR just now, so you can see it's kind of matching just what I'm saying here, 7,450-ish for that. And the next level down from here is the 8,000 level, and then 7,900, but then a big drop to 7,400. So we could see 7,400. However, this is what we have to be mindful of. And I'm going to show you this again. I've not showed you it before, but for anybody that's not seen it, we're looking at the Super Guppy. Super Guppy is just a load of kind of lines for the EMAs, fast EMAs and slow EMAs. It's all put together, and I love it. I love kind of looking at this. So, a Super Guppy, when it turned green like this, and it did turn green, and we're talking first time, it really was back in 1st of October 2012. So it turned green there, and it took 427 days to get to its all-time high at that particular time before it started coming back down again. 427 days. So from September or October 2012 to around 11th of November 2013, round about that time, this is on the weekly, it went up 9,600%. Put $1 in, get $96 back. And that's how much it went up, from $12 to $1,169. So that was the first time the Super Guppy turned green. Second time it turned green, weekly Super Guppy turned green in January 2016. Lasted to its peak for 700 days and it went up 4,300%, from 447 to 19,600. The last time, this is the most recent time, it turned green, the Super Guppy, on the 27th of May 2019. And you can see here, we're still green just now, although we're touching this, we're coming down to the last line in the Super Guppy at 7,800. Which leads me to believe that the kind of low could be around about 7,800. However, we did have a kind of wick down here to 7,300 before. And as I said previously on the chart, 7,400 looks to be kind of the very bottom that's going to go for the next support level. And for me, that's going to be, and I've said that for a while now, that 7,400 probably be the lowest price it will go if it drops below the $8,000. But you never know. But with the Super Guppy, what we're looking at here is, we'll just kind of minimize this, put this down, bring this down here. No, we won't. We'll do it that first, and then we'll bring it down. So the next one, if we go by this, 427 days, the first one lasted 700 days, it lasted, and it went from 9,600% to 4,300. So we're just going to half it. So we're going to say 1100 day period for the next big rise to its next peak. And then we're going to say 2,000% from $9,000, from when it turned green at 9,000, from 9,000 to 192,000. So this is what, and we're going to kind of predict with the super guppy there, and it goes up to $192,000, and that is by June 2020. Would that be right? I'm just going to measure that, say the number of days, and get to 1100 days. Yeah, there, June, yeah, June 2020. So if you think about it from that perspective and frame the picture of Bitcoin, or put it in that frame, that is going to go up to, could possibly go up to $192,000 within the space of a couple of years. We're talking about 2.5 years. Then this kind of drop is insignificant. That's the point I'm trying to make here, that this drop is insignificant. Even if it does go down to kind of 7,400, even if it does go to even lower than that, and we'll look at the weekly, try and get a bigger picture, and we'll go to auto. Now I need to get this right. So looking at these levels here, 8,000 down to 7,400, then 6,400. We've got 6,800 after that, and we could, even if we went down at 3,000 again, and just see it's buying opportunities. So we've got to be mindful of where it could go in the future, where it could go. I'm not saying it will go, but where it could go in the future. So when you're seeing these drops, don't panic, just see it as an opportunity to buy. I'm seeing it, from my point of view, it's a good thing, because I've got another kind of pension pot that I'm putting into kind of Bitcoin, and it's not come through yet. It's probably not going to come through for another 2-3 weeks. So I'm seeing this as a good thing, but that's purely from a selfish personal point of view. But think about the bigger picture here. Just go back. Mike, morning Steve, I'm having a crypto debate with my friends, and they're failing to understand the concept of how BTC goes up or down in value, affect the USD value of the alts. Could you explain for us? Right, so the USD value of the alts, I'm just going to think of a really kind of an easy way to explain this. Okay, so Bitcoin value, if the Bitcoin value is $10,000, just say a round number, $10,000, okay, and then you put an altcoin, say like we'll go for XRP. Say XRP is $1. It's $1. Okay, so the $1 is only $1 because of the Satoshi value of XRP, and it's also the dollar value of Bitcoin. So it's $1 because of the Satoshi value, and say the Satoshi value, what is $1 for Satoshi value? I don't know, about 9,000, 10,000 or something just now. 10,000 Satoshi. It would be 10,000 Satoshi if, yeah, it would be a dollar, 10,000 Satoshi if Bitcoin was $10,000. So you've got 10,000 Satoshi value for XRP, which equals $1. You've got Bitcoin is $10,000. If the Bitcoin price was to go down, say that all the institutions start selling it, and Bitcoin price goes down to $5,000, then automatically the XRP value is going to go down. It's going to halve to 50 cents. Because even though the Satoshi value is not going down, say the Satoshi value stays at 10,000 Satoshi, but even if that doesn't change, nothing gets sold or nothing happens with XRP, the dollar value of XRP is going to come down because the Bitcoin price has come down and the Satoshi value is linked to the Bitcoin price. So hopefully that makes sense. I'll try to think of a really easy way to explain it. But it's the Satoshi value of XRP that's coming really down. So that will affect the dollar value of XRP as well. That's just one example of kind of an altcoin that you could buy. So it's linked to BTC, the dollar value of BTC. So you've got Satoshi value and you've got dollar value. Satoshi value is linked to Bitcoin. the dollar value is also linked to Bitcoin because of the Satoshi value. Does that make sense, Mike? Let me know if it does. I'm probably better writing it down. I've written it down before. So let me know if that makes sense. Jeff Colhoun, there's been no bad news other than typical drips and drabs of attending conferences and promising an app. Is that a manipulation or they hired a market maker? Well, last year I spoke to Adam and Paul. I know they're kind of long gone out of the picture just now, and I advised them because they were under special treatment on KuCoin. There was a couple of times they've been under special treatment. I said, why don't you hire a market maker? I said that was one of the ideas I had with them in a private conversation. You need to hire a market maker in order to keep the liquidity high for BAB. And that's one of the things Adam told me that he was going to do. And they say they've got that in place, they've got it in hand, they're going to hire a market maker. So I think they've got a market maker doing this. And to me, I think this is how the price is going up just now. And I think because of the so low as well, if I owned the company, what I would be doing is I'd be buying back the tokens because the price is so low at the moment. That's what I'll be doing. There's nothing illegal about that, but I would be buying back the tokens at 0.03 Satoshi. That's what it was. It was under 1 Satoshi. So if I owned BAB, that's what I would have done, which is obviously going to increase the price. So that's why I generally think that's what's happening. And it's nothing against BAB, I'm not putting them down or anything, but I can't see this big rise going up just on the basis of an app coming out. That's my thoughts on it. So just be careful as well, but there might be something underneath that we don't know about as well. Okay, I was going to look at other charts. What was the other one I was going to look at? GVT, that was it. GVT BTC. Take the VPVR off. Right, that's on the weekly. It looks terrible on the weekly, but we're not doing the weekly. So we're coming off an all-time low for GVT. So for me, this would be an ideal scenario because your risk to reward ratio is so good here. You've got a low, if we do the horizontal line, of say 10,031. It's currently up 30% on that, 13,000, well, up nearly 40% at 13,940. So if you go, we're going a long position, and we're going from here, expected to maybe get to here. I'll take the auto off, and we're going to put a stop loss there. So you've got 1.9 risk to reward ratio, which is good. So we're talking about 52% rise. That's a peak there, and we've got resistance there as well. So next resistance, we're talking for GVT, we're talking an obvious next resistance is 16,000 for the next resistance. The next resistance after that is round about this kind of level here that we're talking about, the kind of reward is 21,000. And so I would leave it there. That would be the next two I would be looking at. We've seen it wicked up here before, so we've got the recency effect as well. On the 21st of October, it did wick up to there at 21,000. So I'm going to go with that price and look at that as a kind of reward ratio. So we've got 1.9, so a 52% price rise from here, possibly. And put your stop loss in, obviously 27%. You'd lose if it went down to there, but the risk to reward ratio is good. And I'd probably put your stop loss, put it 13%, but you could go ultra cautious and do it 8%, say around about 1262.9. So that kind of pushes the risk to reward ratio up to 5.55 if it goes up to here, but depends on the Bitcoin price as well. So it's crossed over on the daily, which is another bullish sign there as well. So we're getting also, if we look at this, we can see quite clearly we are getting, and we're going to ignore that wick for now. You know, like the triangles. So we've got a symmetrical triangle there as well. So if you're looking to enter, I'd enter once it broke out of 14,280. Once it broke out of that price. So this is a kind of symmetrical triangle on the daily, if you look at that. If it bounces down from there, we can be looking at around about 12,500, 12,600 to go back down to there. And it might break down to the downside from there. But it's looking more bullish than bearish, and if it breaks out of 14,200, then you've got a good entry. If you're in it just now, I would be well chuffed to be in GVT just now. I wouldn't be worrying about it at the moment until it maybe broke out of this symmetrical triangle here at around about 12,500 Satoshi. So that's where we are just now with it. Hope that helps. Right. Right, geez, like you're way too many charts to look at. No bad news, Gary Pimenta. It'll be interesting to see if XLM regains the hype. Steve, yeah, don't know, we'll look at that. So BKX, look at BKX. What was BKX again? Yeah, BankX, that's one we kind of looked for, and that could have been a hidden gem. It's coming down just now on a daily. But we've got support here around about 64 for BankX. Again, just put in the support line. Close support here, around about 64 level. But we've got the recency effect as well, going on here as well from the 11th of September. And that's pushing it up to 246. So I still think this could be a good one. We did look at this before. I remember looking at this before. I just look at that many charts on a daily basis. But I remember looking at this, but although it looks kind of bearish just now, because it looks as if on the daily it's going to cross down over the 50 EMA. I don't know what the volume's like. Volume is quite low as well, actually, which is not so good. But it could be one for the future. We looked at BankX a wee bit as well. PundiX. Nah, I'm not. I've given up on PundiX. I just cannot figure out NPXS. BTC. Yeah, I just cannot figure them out at all. 3 Satoshi at the moment. So I don't know what's going on with them. Heard rumours that, I don't know if it is just rumours, that they just run out of cash all the time. So I don't know if it's just kind of failing very, very slowly. But I genuinely don't know what's going on. I gave up a long time ago trying to figure out, because I thought PundiX looked brilliant. It has a product out. It's got the marketing right. It seemed to have the marketing right. It's got the numbers. I couldn't figure that out, and I still can't, if I'm being honest. Same with Dent as well. Just cannot figure that out. Yeah, Dent would be the same. UUU. So U network. Then we need to go into charts for that. No, it's UUU on there as well. Yeah, it is. To me, that's a beautiful chart. It's just a beautiful chart, unless something happened here. Unless something drastic happened here. I don't know why the big fall back at the beginning of August. So I don't know if it's just market conditions, but I genuinely don't know. But if we look at this and what could happen, unless there's any fundamental news that they've blown it and they've kind of run out of money and they're not going to be kind of developing it anymore. So I don't know the fundamentals of it. But chart wise, this looks like a beautiful kind of cup and handle. The start of a cup and it's a half formation of a cup and handle. So that's what it looks like just now. So it could go parabolic again and go up 10x for the U network, but I don't know the fundamentals. So that's just being honest. U network. A 5 million market cap. We'll look at social. Social's still okay. Biggest fans, don't need to know about that. And our partner SWT together with crypto. Okay, so they're keeping up with the social, which is good. You always need to do that. I don't think a lot of companies realise that, how important keeping up with the social is. I know this is just on Twitter as well. Facebook for crypto is not really good because of the ban they had on crypto anyway. But Facebook has lifted that ban ages ago, but people are still using kind of Twitter, 4chan, and other channels as well, and Telegram obviously as well. But they're keeping up to date with the social, which is good. So it could be that this kind of goes up. I might see this kind of rise here. On the daily, we're just kind of dancing with the 50 EMA just now. It's not quite a tango yet, but we're getting there with a possible crossover, and we've got a slight upturn as well. So the trend is slightly towards the upside, so it might be that we get this for the U network, especially at 5 million, unless something drastic has changed with the fundamentals. Daniel Will says, saying, cheers sir, Mike, thank you. Yeah, it does. Okay, good. I don't know if I explained that, because sometimes I can go a bit convoluted. When I'm writing it down on paper, I'm much better, because I can kind of write it down and make it much neater. G-Slate Pundy always signing new deals recently with President of Cyprus to use in Cyprus. Yeah, I don't understand it. And Digibyte, we'll just look at, since you're asking. What time are we on? 9:14. We'll look at news headlines very quickly. Digibyte on the daily, yeah. Risk to reward ratio probably really quite good in this one. If we're looking at it from a TA point of view, you've got support there, strong support there at 74. So if you kind of use this and go here, and we're going up to the next level of resistance, and we're going to go here as a stop loss, you've got a brilliant risk to reward ratio for Digibyte at 3.13. So possible gain of 30% short term, and putting your stop loss at 9.88%. So that's what I would do if I was going into Digibyte at the moment, if I was going to trade Digibyte. So it actually looks okay for a short term, with a possible 30% upside to the next resistance of 106 Satoshi. CNN. Right, this is on Huobi. Oof, what's happened there? I don't know what's happened there, but it's went below 2, 4, 6. Yeah, it's went below 1 Satoshi, so we need to look at CNN Ethereum. Right, doesn't look good for content neutrality network. Doesn't look good at all. So that would just be, I know the volume has dropped, and price has dropped big time as well. 73 Gwei to 37 Gwei just now. No, I wouldn't be touching that at all. I don't know what the fundamentals are with CNN, but I wouldn't be touching it just now, just looking at the TA point of view. And thoughts please. So I've gone over all of these, so I hope that helps. G-Slick. Honest Crypto Journey, good morning everyone. Sorry, late to the party, was out at an early pupil test. What have I missed? Hope your pupil passed, Stuart. And you've missed loads. You need to go back and watch it, mate. Like Crash to watch the whole video later. Cheers, mate. I've seen your video yesterday, by the way. If you've not checked out Honest Crypto Journey, click on his link just now in the chat area. Click on his link and just watch a couple of his videos. Really like your content, really like the way it's delivered as well. Just in an honest, down-to-earth fashion. That's what I like. People that are honest, people that just kind of speak from the heart as well. Really good channel, so check out Honest Crypto Journey's channel as well. Really good. And he's Scottish, so he has to be good. G-Slike, thanks Steve, sorry about the big list. Not at all, mate, not a problem. I was only joking earlier on, but that's fine. Hopefully that's helped you as well. CNN doesn't look good though, just be careful. Of course you passed it. Excellent, well done, mate. Put your percentages up. Right, we'll just look at the news headlines. I know we've not got time just now, but look at the news headlines. What I was looking at, that wasn't one of them. Crypto analyst doesn't expect Bitcoin price to repeat past halvings. So this is from Willy Woo. So Willy Woo, tweet from Willy Woo, never gone into the halving in bearish price action. Miners already capitulating, adding sell volume. Historically, we front run with a bullish setup. Miner capitulating only after halving when revenues are slashed. This is a unique setup, quite bearish leading up to the event. So basically what it's saying, leading up to a halving event for Bitcoin previously was really bullish. And the price, that it was actually going up in price before the halving. After the halving, it went down. But now we're in this kind of bearish scenario where we're going down leading into a halving. So it could go down even more after the halving. That's just kind of what Willy was saying here. So it's not looking good there. We point out that Bitcoin is eerily bearish ahead of the upcoming halving event that is expected to happen in May. BTC price dropped from its yearly high of 14,000 to 8,100, and he further explained that this drop has pushed a lot of weaker miners to the sidelines, which it has. We've heard about that as well. So we need to see kind of what happens once the halving starts, but is it going to go up beforehand? Probably going to go back up again. Chinese military mulls blockchain technology adoption and crypto rewards for soldiers. So this is, again, we'll just look at this very quickly. Chinese military hierarchy is reportedly eyeing the adoption of blockchain technology and cryptocurrency rewards for its personnel. Chinese military is keen to enhance the confidentiality of data transmission within its armed forces. See what happens there. But a lot of the news stories that are coming out of China supposedly is not true. So we need to just look at these news stories with an open mind and take it with a pinch of salt. Bitcoin remains at sell until this changes. This is from NewsBTC. So the main downtrend resistance is now 8,400. So this is kind of old high anyway. On the other hand, the price could continue to move down towards 8,000. Furthermore, if there's a downside break below the 8,000, the bulls are likely to give up. The next major support is 7,650. So they're looking at the MACD kind of crossing as well. So that's kind of outdated already. US SEC to review Bitcoin ETF rejection. Strategist says 150k BTC price required for approval. Ain't going to happen soon. We've been hearing about this story for ages, but it just caught my eye in the headlines as well. And the last one, nope, that wasn't really. I kind of read that and thought, nah, I'm not going to read that out. And I think that's it for the news. Chris Camus, your good instructor on his crypto journey, grade A instructor, audit level 3 trainer. I also teach drivers to become instructors. Excellent. Excellent. I hope business is doing well for you, mate. Okay, I think that is it for today. We'll just have a look at the Bitcoin price again. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you as well, I'm still in hot, and that changed yesterday, obviously. Changed from 11.12 to 10.11. That's not hot, that's cocos. So changed to 10.11. Am I still in hot just now? Yes, and I'll probably make a 10% loss if I get out just now at 10 Satoshi. But we're still 2-to-1 ratio, roughly 2-to-1 ratio for buys and sells. But I don't know when that changed because I was out literally all day yesterday and it's not like me. I usually have my kind of phone with me, but I just didn't take my phone either. And just spent all day kind of putting the floor down with my son. So I'll keep a close eye on this today to see if I'm going to sell at 10 Satoshi. So just take a look at this just now. Now take a look at that. I'm just going to see if it's still a good setup here. And we're going to do altcoin charts. See if this is the one that I'm looking for. I've got a couple of setups now. No, it's not. I could check it after. See, now I've looked at that. BTC USD. Where is it? I don't think it's that one either. No, it's not. I don't know. I've not got that up there, but I'll get that. I'll check it after. Yep. Oh, on your way out, just hit the likes. On your way out, last one out, hit that like. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate you as always. And I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Okay, until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.